we're off to see the pigs. I'm following Suntory to where her new pigs are housed. The two little piggies that she's sharing with a friend who's going to house them and feed them. And Suntory's provided the money to buy them. So we've arrived at the friend's house. It's a shop and a farm. They've got a massive lake at the back here. Oh, look at this. They never throw anything away in Thailand, just in case it's useful at some point. This is an absolutely massive place. They've got all sorts of animals here. Can you hear the goats somewhere? Can't see them, but I can hear them. This is where the pigs are. Well, they've got a much better home environment than they had before, that's for sure. It's bigger and it's cleaner. All seems a bit lonely though, doesn't it, when you've got one pig in each pen? They're brother and sister. But I don't understand why they have to be kept separate necessarily, unless they're worried about sexual activity between siblings. When Suntory got these, she struggled to load the boy, which is on the left, into her motorbike. When it was on there and she was driving along, it gave her a nip on the knee. She's got a nice big bruise there now. So apparently they're stables for cows. The bags you see stacked up by the pig pens is food for the cows. They cut their own wood for, I don't know whether they sell it or whether they use it to make stuff. There's a giant feeding trough here. And more stables for something. There's loads of goats wandering around outside behind the lake. It's an absolutely massive place, this. It's so untidy. And she's just announced that they've got to tidy it up because they've got a group of people visiting in 4 days' time. Well, my tidying up would probably take 4 months to do, not 4 days. This isn't a second-hand bike shop. I think this is a piece of art. Now there is a connection with my house building series. That's a reducer I need to use in the kitchen for the washing machine drain. And I need to find 1.5 inch pipe. And this lady is the source of various sizes of pipe. So we killed two birds with one stone here. Source some raw materials for the build and see the pigs. So now I've got to have a rummage around, see what I can find. Here we go. Found a little bit there I might be able to use. Put that to one side. This might do as well. Oh, there you go. That looks like a more promising piece. I'll go and get my hacksaw. Cut that bit off. I've just seen how they've made this shed. This looks very similar to our house. They've done a good job with the trusses. Plenty of strengtheners in a traditional manner, uprights and diagonals. And they got massive beams into which they screwed the roofing. But they haven't got a ring beam around the top because it's just an open shed for storing stuff. So they haven't had to do quite as much steel work as we've had done. Interesting to see though. We are shortly expecting another 6 cubic meters of CPAC to form the ring beam. So the final prep is to make sure that the shuttering is well supported. And surprisingly to me, they're also making sure that the block work, which is mainly internal, is also well supported with stakes or with soil or sand piled up against it. So they're not taking any chances that anything will collapse, which is very good to see. The now familiar sight of the CPAC lorry delivering its load to us. This will be another 11,000 bahts worth going in. Well, it's been a bit hands-on, so I haven't had any time for filming the progress of this, other than at the very beginning. But you've seen it all before several times. They've finished now. We had one potential wall collapse which we dealt with before it actually happened. 6 cubic meters of CPAC, and we've managed to increase the height of the base for the big tank there right in the corner in the centre of the screen. And what we've done where the shower rooms will be is that we've made the ring beam slightly lower, because the shower rooms are going to be 5 to 10 centimetres lower than the rest of the house for drainage purposes. And what I want to do is, when we lay the slab, is we need to form the slab in the shower rooms slightly lower, but I want it to rest on the ring beam. So we've lowered the ring beam so that when we lay the slab, a decent thickness of slab will still be resting on the ring beam. What we'll do is we'll cut off or knock off with a hammer the edges of the blocks here, this inside edge that we don't want to be high, but we'll leave the other one. We don't need to worry about the other one because that will just be covered with CPAC anyway. So yeah, it took a couple of hours, and it was all manual, but very pleasing to get the ring beam in. The next thing is sort of sandy soil coming, and that we believe is going to start later this afternoon or tomorrow. That'll go inside the house here, but also we need plenty to go around the outside of the house to raise the level of the plot back to where we wanted to have it. So a lot more soil moving to do. So the workers have gone home, they're having half a day. Now they're on a fixed price, so that's their privilege. We need to have a big clear up now because we need to move these blocks because we're going to need to get lots of sandy soil in. And so the first job is to move all the wood. That's going down to the cow shed. That will be used down there for either making charcoal or building. So Suntory is doing that, and I'm going to start moving the blocks, stacking them up here, and also stacking them up next to the garage somewhere once the space has been made, so we can get good access down this bit here for the soil lorries. So we've got another 4 or 5 hours of hard slog ahead of us, and probably the same tomorrow. So I'm on my way back to Pattaya from Buriram, and just leaving Buriram province now. There's a very, very steep hill which lorries often crash off, and we're stuck in a traffic jam. So I'm wondering if there is a lorry overturned somewhere part way up or down the hill. Well, there's a big queue of lorries here. None of the lorries are being allowed down. So I'm guessing there's a big accident here and there's no space for the lorries to get by. It's the recovery truck going down. So these are the first lorries that have been coming up for the last 20 minutes. They've only been letting cars up so far. That suggests that they've cleared one side of the road. Here we go, this is the problem. We've got a lorry that's been blocking the whole road by the looks of the angle of it. Having got through one accident, it seems there might be another, because the map is telling me that I've still got 6 minutes of traffic blocking, traffic jams further down the hill, so likely as not there's another one. Well, this is a big one, I think. The lorry on its side. Oh, well, a slow journey this is going to be. This is accident number 3. I've travelled 10 minutes from the other accident,